Have you ever opened your kitchen cupboard looking for something comforting and wondered if any of those jars of spices could actually help heal your body? If you've been living with PCOS, you know the daily battles: fatigue that doesn't go away, irregular cycles that keep you guessing, and bloating that makes you feel like a stranger in your own skin. But what if I told you that two of the simplest herbs, cinnamon and cloves, could quietly become your allies in balancing hormones naturally? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how these everyday kitchen staples can support your hormones, your energy, and your peace of mind. By the way, before we dive in, I want to know, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? Drop it in the comments. I love seeing our community come alive across time zones. Let's get real for a second. Living with PCOS isn't just about irregular cycles. It's about walking through the world carrying invisible weight. It's waking up tired even after a full night's sleep. It's wondering if your body will ever cooperate with you, or if you're doomed to constant bloating, cravings, and mood swings. And the hardest part? The feeling that no matter how much you research, no matter how many diets or supplements you try, our body is just unpredictable. I hear you. I've been there, and so have so many women in this community. That's why I want to share something refreshingly simple. Not another complicated regimen, not another expensive pill, but two humble spices that might already be sitting in your pantry. Scientists have found that cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde. Sounds complicated, but here's the simple part. This compound helps your body respond better to insulin. Let's start with number one, cinnamon. But not just any cinnamon. I'm talking about that warm, sweet spice that makes your kitchen smell like comfort and home. Here's the truth: cinnamon isn't just about flavor, it's about function. The same cinnamon that your grandmother probably stirred into her apple pie is actually one of nature's most powerful tools for balancing blood sugar and supporting hormonal health. Here's what's happening inside your body when you have PCOS. Your cells have become a bit stubborn about listening to insulin. It's like insulin is knocking on the door, trying to deliver glucose for energy, but your cells have their headphones on, ignoring the knock. This insulin resistance is at the heart of so many PCOS symptoms: the weight that won't budge, the energy crashes, the irregular periods. Now, cinnamon contains something called cinnamaldehyde and other compounds that literally help your cells open that door. Studies have shown that just half a teaspoon of cinnamon daily can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 20%. That's not a miracle cure. It's your body getting the gentle nudge it needs to start working with you instead of against you. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Cinnamon also contains compounds called procyanidins, which help reduce inflammation throughout your body. Think of inflammation as a constant, low-grade fire burning in your system. It disrupts everything from your menstrual cycle to your energy levels. Cinnamon is like a gentle rain, helping to cool those inflammatory flames. But this is where most people get it wrong. They just grab any old cinnamon from the grocery store. You see this? This is cassia cinnamon. It's the most common and cheapest kind. It works, but it also contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin, which can be tough on your liver in large amounts. This is Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon. It's lighter in color, has a more delicate flavor, and is much lower in coumarin, making it the safer and better choice for regular therapeutic use. It might cost a little more, but you are so worth that small investment. Sprinkling just a half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon on your oatmeal or in your morning coffee can be a game changer. It's a small act of self-care that sends a huge signal to your body: I'm on your side. But don't go overboard. Too much cinnamon can irritate your liver. Stick with half a teaspoon a day and choose Ceylon cinnamon if you can, since it's safer for long-term use. Cinnamon is powerful, but when you pair it with our second herb, the effects are magnified. And this next one is a true anti-inflammatory powerhouse. It is that small, fragrant, and often forgotten in the back of your pantry. Number two, cloves clove isn't just for holiday baking or making your kitchen smell nice. It contains powerful compounds, especially eugenol, that help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and improve digestion. Why does that matter for diabetics? Because every spike and crash in your glucose levels puts stress on your pancreas, your nerves, your brain, and even your heart. Clove works by slowing down carbohydrate digestion, enhancing insulin function, and reducing oxidative stress, which is at the root of diabetes complications. Thousands of people around the world are now rediscovering clove as a natural tool to feel better after meals and reduce blood sugar spikes. Cloves are the firefighters. They are packed with a compound called eugenol, which is a ridiculously powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Scientists measure antioxidant power using something called an ORAC score. To give you some perspective, blueberries, which are famous for being antioxidants, have a score of about 9,600. Ground clove, its score is over 290,000. It's not even in the same league. But here's the part no one ever talks about when it comes to PCOS. Chronic inflammation and stress are best friends. When your body is inflamed, it often produces more of the stress hormone, cortisol. High cortisol can mess with your sleep, encourage belly fat storage, and further disrupt your ovarian function. It's a vicious cycle. The eugenol in cloves helps to break that cycle. By calming that internal fire, it helps to lower the stress alarms in your body. It tells your system, it's okay, you can relax, you're safe. Do you see how this all connects? Cinnamon helps manage the sugar roller coaster, and clove helps put out the inflammatory fire. Together, they create an environment inside your body where your hormones can finally find a little bit of peace. Okay, we've covered the what and the why. Now for the best part, the super simple how. Drinking clove tea after dinner has become a quiet ritual in many diabetic households. Just steep 2-3 whole cloves in hot water for about 10 minutes. If the flavor feels too bold, add a cinnamon stick or a slice of lemon. The result? A warm, calming drink. Now here's where the magic really happens. When you combine cinnamon and cloves, you're not just adding their benefits together, you're creating a synergy. It's like these two spices were meant to work as a team, each enhancing the other's superpowers. Let me share with you the exact recipe that has helped thousands of women start their journey back to hormonal balance. This isn't just tea. It's a daily ritual of self-care, a moment where you're actively choosing to support your body. How to make your hormone-balancing cinnamon and clove tea. Start by boiling water. And here's a tip most people don't know. The temperature matters. You want it at a full rolling boil, 212 degrees Fahrenheit, to properly extract all those healing compounds. Add 1 cinnamon stick, and if you can, use Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon. It's gentler on your liver and contains more of the beneficial compounds. Drop in 2 to 3 whole cloves. The aroma that fills your kitchen at this moment? That's the smell of healing beginning. Now, here's the crucial part. Cover your pot or mug and let it steep for 3 to 5 minutes. Don't rush this. Those precious compounds need time to infuse into the water. This is your moment to pause, to breathe, to remind yourself that you're doing something powerful for your body. Strain the spices and pour this golden elixir into your favorite mug. Take a moment before you sip. Hold the warm mug in your hands. Feel the heat. Smell the spices. This isn't just drinking tea. This is medicine the way our ancestors understood it. For an extra boost, add a small squeeze of lemon. Vitamin C helps your body absorb beneficial compounds even better. A tiny piece of fresh ginger can add anti-inflammatory power. And if you need sweetness, a small drizzle of raw honey won't spike your blood sugar the way refined sugar would. Some women love this tea so much they make a big batch and drink it iced throughout the day. Simply let it cool and pour it over ice. It becomes this refreshing, slightly sweet drink that makes staying hydrated actually enjoyable. Now, let's get even more practical. I know you're busy. I know the last thing you need is another complicated routine. So here are 3 simple ways to make these spices work for your real life. Number 1, morning ritual. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon to your morning coffee or sprinkled into oats or eggs. Don't overthink it. Just sprinkle it in. If you're feeling adventurous, add a tiny pinch of ground cloves. This simple act sets your blood sugar up for stability all day long. Number 2, afternoon. Reset. When that afternoon slump hits, instead of reaching for another coffee or a sugary snack, make your cinnamon and clove tea. Keep the spices in a small container at your desk if you need to. This becomes your signal to your body that you're choosing balance over quick fixes. Number 3, evening wind down. After dinner, chew on a single clove or make another cup of the tea. This helps with digestion, reduces bloating, and the ritual itself signals to your body that it's time to shift into rest and repair mode. The key here isn't perfection, it's consistency. Your hormones didn't get out of balance overnight, and they won't rebalance overnight either. But every cup of tea, every sprinkle of cinnamon, is a small act of rebellion against PCOS. It's you saying, my body deserves support, and I'm going to give it that support. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too simple. If cinnamon and cloves really worked, wouldn't my doctor have told me? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most doctors receive less than 20 hours of nutrition training in medical school. They're trained to prescribe medications, not kitchen remedies. And there's no pharmaceutical company funding studies on cinnamon because you can't patent a spice. But the research exists. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that women with PCOS who consumed cinnamon daily for 12 weeks had significant improvements in insulin sensitivity, menstrual regularity, and even fertility markers. Now, before we wrap up, I need to say something really important. Cinnamon and clove are powerful tools. They are not a magic cure. PCOS is a complex condition, and true, lasting wellness comes from a holistic approach. It's about nourishing your body with whole foods, finding movement you enjoy, prioritizing your sleep, and managing your stress. These spices are incredible helpers. Think of them as your support system, your daily allies in the bigger journey. This isn't about perfection. It's about adding small, loving, and consistent actions that, over time, create massive change. It's about taking your power back, one sprinkle and one sip at a time. Sometimes the most powerful tools for healing aren't hidden in a lab or locked behind a prescription. They're right in your kitchen, quietly waiting to be used. Clove and cinnamon aren't just spices. They're nature's gentle way of helping your body fight back against high blood sugar, joint pain, and fatigue that steals your joy. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to start. Maybe with a warm cup of clove tea after dinner. These aren't big moves, but they matter because healing doesn't come from doing something once. It comes from doing the right things again and again with care, with patience, and with hope. If you've been feeling discouraged, like no matter what you do, your numbers stay high, please don't give up. Your body still wants to heal. It just needs your help. And sometimes help comes in the form of flavor, comfort, and one small habit at a time. So go ahead, pause at the spice aisle, grab a jar of cloves, pick up some cinnamon, and let that be your quiet act of rebellion against irregular periods and PCOS. Your next good day might begin with one meal, and your story might be the one that inspires someone else. Share it in the comments, and let's lift each other up. And if you're ready to go even deeper, check out the next video on your screen. It's packed with real-life strategies and how tiny changes can help make big impacts. You're not alone on this path, and I'm so glad we're walking it together. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.